All right, Gary, what are we playing this week?
Well, cool. I found an abandoned storehouse for hat boxes.
What?
Yeah. Like isn't it in a pleasing shape, the hat box?
Yeah, it is a good, nice cylinder. If there is indeed just one kind of hat box, I'm picturing a woman's hat box,
Yeah,
round
that's where we're at.
with a big like ribbon around it. Yeah.
Yeah. Men don't put their hats in boxes.
No.
I don't know why.
They keep it in their haberdashboard.
Yeah. Hey. So check out all these cool hat boxes.
Okay.
And I figured a lot of these are going to have hats in them,
Okay.
but maybe not. Maybe one of them has a game in it.
Okay.
If we look through all of them over the next several months.
It just happens that I have the next several months free. So let's do it.
I know. I look at the calendar. We got this blocked off. It just says hats.
That was for a montage, though. Come on. So I'm going to open up this one. Whoa! There's just it's a freeware disc. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is there? Oh, okay. Well, that's more tasteful than this one, which has a chunk of skull in it.
Ooh. Yeah.
Tasteful is on the. Well, don't oof me. Like, you know what we're doing.
I know,
man. Like, do you really want to get all that out now?
No, I was in character. Like, if I was in the same room with a box that had a piece of skull in it,
would be tricky.
Yeah.
Who would I even call?
The bone police.
Yeah, Bone Brigade, Skullbusters. I don't know. What's on your freeware disc?
It's JFK Reloaded, baby.
Kind of like this game.
Me too.
It's dumb that I kind of like it, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
My name is Gary Butterfield.
My name is Cole Ross.
Welcome to Abject Suffering. We started covering bad games, and now bad games are covering us.
And this week we are talking about an infamous game, kind of I think infamous from a simpler time.
Yes.
JFK Reloaded. This is a patron demand from Yokai Customs, who says this game received a lot of flack at the time it was released for obvious reasons, but as a forensic simulator, I think it's actually really fascinating, both in its simplicity, but also in the replayability and post-shooting analysis. And this was also put into the randomizer by James Porter. And I'm just going to get this right out here on Front Street. I'm not offended by this.
Fuck Kennedy.
Well, I mean, definitely didn't help the Cold War.
Yeah. Fun accent.
Yeah. Really fun to imitate
accent.
badly. Yeah.
Yeah. Gave us Mayor Quimby, which I appreciate. What else did he do that was good? Got shot that one time.
He did. I remember it was like sixth grade. We had to do write a paper on a president or something. And I think that I got stuck with JFK, and just one of the questions was what were they famous for? And I got points docked because I said he's famous for writing profiles in courage and for being shot. And for being shot doesn't count, but also if you that's what people know him for. It's the thing that happened to him. It's not a thing that he did, but nowadays if anybody talks about JFK, it's maybe a little bit they talk about him getting the ball rolling for civil rights, but it's mostly about the assassination. It became this big myth back in a time when paranoia and conspiracy theories were fun.
Yeah. Can you imagine living a life that you've constructed that allowed you to rail Marilyn Monroe? Mm-hmm. And then you just are remembered for being shot. What a kick in the teeth, man.
Build 1,000 bridges.
The most beautiful woman in the world, also the hottest first lady.
Yep. Yeah. And
who
also,
wasn't for Kennedy, we might not have Dr. Girlfriend as well.
True, we did get Dr. Girlfriend
Jackie
out of the bargain.
Onassis.
Yeah.
Rising to fame.
Yeah. Oh, let me see here. This was also this was. Oh no, sorry. I thought somebody else had put this in here. No,
Stop the presses.
stop the presses. I want to give
Close
people
that
credit.
tab, Cole.
Sorry,
Come on, man.
That's what I was about to do. I was going to close the tab, and I thought I saw a different column there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Might have been a column.
Yeah. No. I'm not offended by this. I can
No.
like theoretically understand why, but like the hand wringing about it is like, oh, this is going to train somebody to shoot a president, which motherfucker, the Marines train somebody to shoot a president.
Yeah,
Stop.
Yeah, just presidents of other countries.
Yeah.
In the at some point, I really do believe like a statute of limitation passes
Yeah.
for something. So we talked about this a lot, but I have never found like quite a word for it. But I've always been disgusted by the idea that like if a life is abstract, some abstract lives matter more than others.
Mm-hmm.
I've told this anecdote before, but like my childhood friend's friend who looked at the newspaper in my Shea hometown that was like, Iraq war, cost 100 Americans their lives, and his response was, "Damn, we didn't get any of theirs yet."
Jesus.
Which I think about all the time.
Yeah.
Like we were a disaster to that area. We only care about these strangers, but not those strangers.
Yeah.
Where they're all real people with families and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
just the infernal math where one death of ours is a tragedy, but 1,000 of theirs is a job well done, right? Just that like you start weighing it across just by accident of where somebody was born,
Yeah, it's fucking dumb. And when you look at somebody like JFK, which like people might have liked, and this is not even me throwing in my pinko, all
presidents are bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even with that. They reminded me of like people who are wringing their hands about making these jokes. It reminded me of like when Strom Thurmond died, and people are rightfully dancing on the grave. And then there's like that tweet where it's whenever a bad politician dies, we have to play the game of imagine if he was your peepaw.
Yep.
I'm done imagining if people were my peepaw.
Yeah.
Like strangers to me do have value. Like their life has value. I'm not trying to say this isn't Breakfast of Champions too. Like I'm not trying to say that, but I'm not going to just be, I am going to take an accounting, of this kind of shit, because if I take an accounting of this and I don't take an accounting of the innocent people that like were bombing in Yemeni weddings, that is a moral failing on my part.
Yeah.
I refuse to make that bad calculus.
And specifically for politicians, it's just basically asking like, all right, now the person's dead. You can't criticize them until everybody who knew them is dead. And then after, all of the damage is done, then we can reanalyze it when they're not relevant, when it's actually, good to look at the material ways that somebody's values and actions affected many more people than them and say, oh, that sucked. Like I understand.
I can't believe that Shelley canceled Ozymandias after he died. What if Ozymandias was somebody's peepaw? It's that shit sucks.
Yeah.
To me. I do not accept.
Yeah. And, if you look at the critical reaction and stuff on here, like I can understand why Ted Kennedy would be pretty upset by this existing, right?
Oh, but only Ted Kennedy.
Right.
Yeah. Go Ted Kennedy. Like, yeah. It might have been your peepaw. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's you kill a lot of real people in video games.
Right.
I want some moral consistency about this kind of stuff. And this one is this isn't like Hatred or Columbine Simulator or whatever. Like to Yokai's point, this is a more interesting video game.
Yeah.
I found this really compelling. I played a lot of rounds of this.
I mean, it's a pretty. I mean, I had to stop myself, just like the next game that we're talking about. I had to like pull myself away from it because I could see myself just trying different stuff in here. Like this is a short game in the version that you can find. Just pulling it up. You're in the book depository and Kennedy's motorcade rounds the corner, and you've got your gun. You can fire 39 rounds. And it will simulate what happens. The accuracy of the simulation. Like there are lots of I would say they go to certain lengths to make the accuracy like really high in some places and low in others. Like where's the umbrella guy, guys? I want to shoot the umbrella out of that guy's hand.
Yeah. Bing. What the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, what happens if I shoot the driver? Oh, like he accelerates as he slumps over, and then it like crashes into a building. Neat.
Yeah. Yeah, it simulates more than you might think. And your goal in this is really interesting. Your goal is to try to match a specific historical event. Like you're scored based on how closely you match like the analysis.
Yeah.
And that's really interesting.
Yeah.
To me, like you get a little feedback and replay, and then you're like, oh shit, like I did this too early and I shot him in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So this didn't work out.
Yeah, so you're trying to match what happened in the Warren report. 3 shots. The first one missed. The second one went through the I think it was the senator, and then hit JFK. And the third one is the one that killed the governor. Yeah, and then the third one is the one that killed JFK. You are supposed to match those, and it gives you the conditions to do that. And kind of the stated goal of the team is that they wanted to, kind of show people through simulation that it is possible to recreate the events in the Warren Commission report, in order to kind of stop just bullshit conspiracy theories that people spout off about, right?
Yeah. And it's hard for me. Like, I understand the skepticism of just being like, oh yeah, these people totally had altruistic motives about this. Like, I'm sure there's a little bit of conspiracy, like controversy baiting.
Yeah.
In this, it's not purely that. It also, there are like fun mods. Like there's a grassy knoll mod in case you want to, again, this is from the era where conspiracy theories are fun.
Right.
So that is a fun idea that you could see like, oh, what would this look like from a different perspective? And now though, conspiracy theories are all actually horrible and result in way more people dying.
Yeah.
Hey there, used to be like that.
Hey there, everybody. We're writing to you from the summer of 2021. If you're finding this later, anti-vaccination is ensuring that you, many years later, are still dealing with COVID today. Yeah.
And this is the real peepaw hours. Like this is the real death of the peepaw.
Yep.
Is coming from that kind of shit. Not imagining, John McCain is my peepaw.
Right.
What about the real people who are actually dying in real life?
Yeah. Peepaw people.
Fully preventable things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just weird. There's just paranoia used to be more fun.
Yeah. There's a good Aaron Signal video about Deus Ex where he talks about that.
Yeah.
Like how Deus Ex kind of hits a little bit different. Like I think he overstates a little bit. Like, I can still transport myself to the paranoia is fun lens pretty easily.
Yeah.
You know? But it does kind of hit different because now the conspiracy theories are all
right.
capital insurrections.
Exactly, it's gonna lead to that. And it was us, but it wasn't us, or if it was us, we would have been justified, but it wasn't. The fact that so many people know what a false flag operation is really, really condemning of our culture. Actually, I feel that way. This is going to feel like it's a pull from out of nowhere, but I feel that way about King of the Hill a little bit. Specifically, the character of Dale Gribble, one of the best characters in sitcoms, right? Like going back and watching old episodes of King of the Hill, specifically from the first handful of seasons, where he was more steeped in like real conspiracy theory stuff. Making mentions about the Trilateral Commission, and I don't think he ever mentions like the Rothschilds, but like it was stuff that was kind of in that vein without the explicit anti-Semitism and stuff. And rightfully so, they softened that character and made him more wacky as the wacky neighbor. I think specifically, after like season 4 or 5, very much post 9/11, to make it have less to do with the real world, right? But yeah, it's weird going back and thinking, oh yeah, Dale Gribble would have been at the Capitol. Like
1000%.
right,
Like
right.
the most QAnon
Oh, he's the most
that there ever could be.
the most pilled. He's pilled to the gills, like the
Yeah,
archetype. Yeah.
absolutely gill pilled.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yeah.
The yeah, it's interesting to see. I don't. Did you have a Kennedy phase where you got real into this assassination shit? Because I always thought that I would think it was interesting because I like the idea. Like again, put everything through conspiracies are fun and not dangerous lens. Like
Yeah, yeah.
don't stomp on our fun. Think like when I put myself in that mindset, I'm like, oh yeah, Kennedy assassination, like that's kind of cool, you know. And then I would
Yeah.
look into it and I'd be like, oh yeah, shit, no, Oswald did it, who cares?
Yeah.
And then move on. Like it's not as interesting as I want it to be, and I'm kind of surprised this is what captured the imagination for as long as it did.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there just wasn't much happening.
Yeah, this is before internet,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So of course.
No, I never really had a phase where I was like, oh, the truth is out there, kind of thing. I think that like conspiracy entertainment, growing up in the 90s with X-Files, that gives you some tendrils into other stuff. And as I've grown up, like I've thought about it and done like a what if. Okay, so you're just like, okay, was it the mob? Was it the CIA? And then you actually learn about Lee Harvey Oswald, and you think, oh yeah, he had everything that he needed. Maybe some of the people around him were CIA people who were like grooming him. Like that definitely happens. See
Sure.
also like the Boston Marathon bombers, like having run-ins with the FBI, possibly as assets at certain times. The American intelligence community is fucked. Right. But also, who places the order, and actually what does that change if it's somebody else, because okay, like, all right, so say we find out definitively that it was the CIA who killed him because, he was complicating things in X, Y, or Z region. What does that change? I mean, especially now this far out, but also like, all right, we still have a dead president. Like, what are you hoping to accomplish? Is like, okay, do we want to not give the CIA what they want? Like,
Yeah,
we can't give them the
What-
satisfaction.
You're not going to cancel the CIA over
Yeah,
this,
you know,
you know. Spoiler: the CIA is not going to get in trouble.
no,
You know, my favorite thing about because this conspiracy always struck me as something that again I thought I should think is interesting and I never have.
Also, the movie, the JFK movie,
JFK.
Yeah, by Oliver Stone. It's a fucking bad movie. I don't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like that movie either. Like I watched it again thinking I would like it.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
The best thing to me that happened from the Kennedy assassination was it meant that we got a section on a GameFAQ called Conspiracy, where somebody on GameFAQs explains the basic conspiracy with sources. I think that's like really a beautiful little quirk of this world.
Yeah.
Like, a good little intersection of this game and that incident, that gray November morn, meant that like somebody can just be going on GameFAQs learning about which weapons beat what in Mega Man 8 and then just be like, ever since Kennedy's death, there's been a glut of conspiracy theories. Let's get this little primer from who's this guy? Thunder Peel 2001. So it's very sweet.
Oh man. And like they reached the conclusion. It doesn't seem so far fetched that Oswald was responsible. Okay, yeah, no, it's
Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Did you look at this fact that has ASCII drawings of like
course I did.
trajectories and stuff?
Yeah, I looked at it. I was like, okay, is there a guide for this? Because I want to try and recreate the shots, and it's hard to do. But like I've also seen videos of people doing it. But people have looked at this and they think, oh, this is this is proof that it was impossible for him to do this. No, it's possible. It's just that weird shit happens in real life. Like, okay, there are things that cannot be accounted for in in a simulation, chaos theory shit, right?
Yeah.
It's just things are flukes, and they're just like, oh, because you couldn't make that happen yourself doesn't mean that it was impossible, but it's
failure of imagination.
Yeah, and if you look at these little ASCII drawings, you can see it's very charming, these ASCII drawings.
It's very. I love the one, the final one, which looks like a frowning Muppet. Because he's got pew face, like you know how Kennedy did the pew face when he got shot. He's doing the Florence Pugh like, I'm sad. Yeah, I was president. I was president, or I'm baby. Yeah. And also, nobody should be sad about the Kennedy assassination because the moment he died, Kennedy baby was born in a kind of reincarnation thing.
Kennedy baby? What?
Oh, Kennedy baby.
What's Kennedy baby?
I just made it up.
Oh, okay.
I just like the idea of Kennedy baby. Ragu.
When God closes a Kennedy window, he opens a Kennedy door.
Yeah. Yeah. I am our Kennedy baby. Hello, Kennedy baby.
Gotta vote for me. I'm the Kennedy baby.
I'm a Kennedy baby.
Yeah.
Like I had Marilyn Monroe's diaper off. That's gross. I said that.
Please stop.
So it's got to go. Kennedy is too much of like horny on Main to have a baby character.
True.
Like the president babies, like as a concept, you know, generally pretty good because you got all the cute little roles on President Taft, Total Tuna Can.
No.
And then you got, you know, little tiny baby Pierce, and he's all like gloomy and like, I don't want to play, you know, kind of fun. But then you get baby Kennedy, and it's just like, oh shit, dude, this baby is too horny.
Problematic AF.
Yeah, because he's known for two things, like being horny and being shot, and like neither of those things are great for babies.
No.
You know, canceled. No president babies.
Being shot is not vitamins for babies. Yeah.
Which president do you think would be the cutest baby?
Oh, Gerald Ford in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh,
little Jerry Ford.
Yeah, little Jerry Ford. He already looked kind of like a baby, you know?
He's like BBE, like pocket. What about Carter?
Carter?
Like, a little good natured, little wrinkly baby. Yeah. You know, building little tiny block houses. You know, like having a little baby brother who's like kind of a fun hillbilly. You know?
Yeah, baby Carter would be good.
I could see baby Carter really owning.
Sorry, baby Carter.
Carter. And then baby Nixon would be like baby Gerald from The Simpsons. It would just be like unpleasant baby. You know. Yeah.
Just mad dogging people. Bottlegate.
Yeah. Just freaking disgusting. Like a disgusting baby.
Yeah.
You know?
It's hard to go like too far back on this because then you get into racist babies. You know, like
sure.
Just
and they canceled that show right away.
Racist babies.
We put these different races in front of babies to see how they react.
Yeah, but you just
a baby should never own a slave, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, or even just going like to the 1920s, like Baby Woodrow Wilson, you know, showing the Muppet Babies version of Birth of a Nation in the white crib. Yeah.
Yeah. The voice of a nation. Natural birth of a nation.
Yeah.
Water birth of a nation. But these little babies. I mean, honestly, by this logic, most babies are racist, or at least most president babies.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like the 20s president babies would be racist, but it's not like, you know, current, you know, later presidents aren't racist. They're just slicker about it.
You know, society had moved, you know, kind of beyond them. Baby FDR. Oh God, baby FDR. No.
Yeah. Baby Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah,
that's a tough baby. Do you think you could take on baby Teddy Roosevelt to fight?
Oh God, no. Yeah.
Just fucking little Rough Rider, man. Just Rough Ride all over me.
Yeah.
You know, just big wheel. Trike me up.
Yeah. He would Spanish American war me. It would be awful.
Yeah. I love the idea of a little baby Lincoln, like a little long boy.
Yeah.
You know?
A little, just a weirdly long baby. Just pick him up and he keeps on going,
like Weird Mario, you know, but like in baby shape. Because what a gangly nerd that guy was.
I mean, what about baby Trump? He's got a diaper on. And he's like, wah, wah, wah.
Hey, what would be the difference?
Oh, am I right?
Could you even tell?
Oh,
if the worst person who
doesn't want to
ever
see
lived,
the balloon.
like, just truly one of the most despicable humans ever.
Yeah. Use a baby. Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be like not the most fun baby,
No.
you know. Which of the baby presidents would you like to get a beer with? But they have to be a baby at the time, and you have to be an adult. And you have to answer one of them. You can't just say none because baby shouldn't drink.
This feels like entrapment. You're going to like get
When
me
did you
busted.
stop beating Chris?
Oh man, a baby. I mean, it seems like baby LBJ would be real fun to drink with.
I can see.
I mean,
Lyndon's baby Johnson being like pretty fun.
yeah.
You know.
I'm just looking for like big personalities, because like a baby Calvin Coolidge. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Just
Stay
barely,
cool with Coolidge. What they said.
yeah.
Wouldn't work.
Yeah, baby LBJ would be like, it'd be a fun night out that you wouldn't remember really, but
yeah. I might do that. The one baby who died really quick.
Harrison,
the baby president who died.
Harrison or Tyler?
Baby Henry Harrison.
Yeah, was it Harrison or Tyler who died after 30 days because he got sick?
I think it was William Henry Harrison.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the responsibility of dealing with the aftermath of having a beer with this baby.
No.
I need the evidence to go away. So, thus, that baby president.
Yeah. I live not very far from the birthplace of President Harding. It's just like a farmhouse that is on a country road that I sometimes drive if I'm looking for the quick way to get to 2 towns over, because I'm always doing stuff 2 towns over. And
because you live in a little postage stamp town,
right, and there's a like the burial, like the actual like the burial memorial for Harding is over. It's in Marion, Ohio, which is not very far away from me. Just you've been there to look at it because like it's not there's a president buried near you, but then also like they like Harding. No, he was one of the most corrupt presidents we've ever had. Harding was Teapot Dome.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them that are just plain awful.
Yeah.
And we just have no idea about it. Like when I was a teen, like I loved the band They Might Be Giants, and they have that song about James K. Polk. And I'm like listening to the song and learning all these history facts, and I'm learning like, oh, this is one of the most like racist, one of our worst presidents who went into like just the Mexican American War for just fucking evil reasons. Just expansionist garbage. So yeah, they're no good. Nobody should do the ritual or plant the magic bean that makes the president baby grow from the grave of the dead president.
Please don't.
Yeah, whatever you do, because like it looks like it's going to be like the Jolly Green Giant baby or like a Cabbage Patch doll. It's going to grow, but they just grow up to be presidents.
Yeah. They're cute when you bring them home, but then you think, okay, you get too much, and then you flush them down the toilet, and then guess what? You got yourself a Jackson growing in the sewer. Yeah.
The mamas don't let your babies grow up to be president.
Yeah.
No good. I do like the idea of a sitcom about all of them throughout history, though.
Oh yeah,
like living together. Like Baby Mansion, Baby President Mansion. Yeah, Baby President House.
Yeah.
And it's like literally all of them, and it's all about like going up to Baby President Washington and blowing his mind with an iPhone. Like trapping the entire like world leaders behind algorithmic YouTubes of Spider-Man fucking Elsa and getting her pregnant while the Joker watches.
Oh god! Just somebody with a very thick Indian accent singing a nursery rhyme about Spider-Man being beheaded. Yeah.
And then just like the entire history of the United States watching, like ooh, ooh.
I do like the idea of like just like taking technology back and just giving all of the presidents heart attacks by through future shock.
Yeah.
Just like
this is. Like just going back in time and then showing like baby Kennedy or adult Kennedy the movie JFK.
Oh God.
Can you imagine how surreal that'd fucking be?
Oh, it'd be incredibly surreal. I mean, it'd be fucked up if somebody showed came here and showed me people bought tickets to see like a story about you dying, and here's
it was
what
a prestige story.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This is a fun. I had fun with this, and like
me too.
And I don't feel great, but like I fired into the crowd. I just wanted to see if I could do it.
Yeah, I did the video game thing. Like, why is that so much more tasteless than like running over a crowd in Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, or like, I'm playing Hearts of Iron and I'm gonna play as the Germans and see if we can get this thing to turn out a different way. Like, it's a strategy game. You're just doing it. Like, yeah, there are people who play that game for like ideological reasons, because they're fucking Nazis, but also it's just a game that you play. Like.
Yeah. It's a thing where you can do that for ideological Nazi reasons, but doing it is not necessarily.
Yeah, and it wasn't made for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recommend this. I think this is a pretty fun video game. If any of this sounds, fun to you and not nauseating, if you hate this episode and you're like, you guys are fucking disgusting, you're not going to like this game. And like, it might be a good time to stop listening to the show. Not trying to encourage anybody or anything, but like, I get it.
Yeah.
It's okay if this is too much for you.
Review by Enron, a horrible, offensive game. On the 41st anniversary of the Kennedy assassination, a few heartless individuals decided to release a game based on the events.
Yeah. Did you see, I didn't realize this about this game, that it started with a contest, and if you can get as close as you can to the Warren report, that you got money, and they promised $100,000, which they didn't do, but they did give away like more than $10,000.
Yeah.
To the person who sent in, like, who recreated this the best. Pretty wild.
Pretty interesting.
Then after the contest went, like, they knew they had like a small kind of game, so after the contest went away, they lowered the price and eventually just made it free.
Yeah. So. It's an interesting game, and also like just a fun time capsule back to a controversy that seems very, very quaint.
Yeah. What should people do if they like the show, Cole?
Gary, if people like the show, they can go to patreon.com/duckfeedtv. And once there, they can back at $5 per month. You get 2 extra episodes per month. At $10, you get access to all of the previous premium episodes. I think we're approaching 125 of those bad boys. So huge value, and only getting more valuable as time passes.
Yeah. We appreciate you. People who have already done that, and people who are considering it, and people who just listened.
Yeah.
You're all appreciated. You're all holy in my sight. Tell your friends as well.
Please do. Yeah, I think that's about everything. And as our friend at JMH1373 on Twitter says, until next time, I've got my blade and I'm ready to shave.